If you're thinking about retiring overseas, Uruguay probably isn't the first country that comes to mind. Most Americans look at Portugal, Spain, Mexico, or Costa Rica. But those who've actually spent time in Uruguay often describe it as South America's best-kept secret. It's one of the safest countries in the region, has a stable democracy, excellent healthcare, beautiful beaches, and a relaxed lifestyle. On the other hand, it's also the most expensive country in Latin America, doesn't have a tax treaty with the United States, and moving there isn't nearly as simple as many YouTube videos make it sound. So in this video, we're going to look at the real pros and cons of retiring in Uruguay, so you can decide if it's the right place for your retirement. Let's start with the biggest advantage. Uruguay is often called the Switzerland of South America because of its political stability, low corruption, and strong rule of law. Unlike many countries in the region, Uruguay is considered a full democracy with strong property rights, an independent legal system, and predictable government policies. Foreigners receive the same constitutional protections as local citizens, making it one of the safest places in Latin America to own property and build a long-term retirement. Healthcare is another major reason retirees choose Uruguay. The country has a unique private healthcare system called the Mutualista Network. For roughly $100 to $250 per month, retirees receive access to private hospitals, specialists, surgeries, and ongoing medical care. There are no large deductibles or lifetime coverage limits, and even the public healthcare system is available to permanent residents if needed. For many Americans, it's a dramatic reduction in healthcare costs compared to retiring in the United States. Another huge benefit is the tax treatment of many retirement incomes. Under Uruguay's territorial tax system, U.S. Social Security benefits, pension income, and distributions from retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs are generally not taxed by Uruguay because they're considered foreign source retirement income. That can be a significant advantage for retirees living primarily on pension or retirement account withdrawals. Getting residency is also more straightforward than many people expect. Uruguay offers permanent residency directly, rather than making retirees spend years on temporary visas first. Most Americans qualify through either the rentista visa for people with stable passive income or the pensionado visa for retirees receiving guaranteed pension income. Once approved, you can eventually become eligible for citizenship after 3 years if married or 5 years if single, without giving up your U.S. citizenship. But now let's talk about the downsides, because there are quite a few. The biggest surprise for many retirees is the cost of living. Uruguay is actually the most expensive country in Latin America. Imported products, electronics, vehicles, gasoline, and utilities are all expensive due to high import taxes and government monopolies. Even something as simple as a fast food meal can cost around $15. If you're expecting Latin American prices, Uruguay may come as a shock. Taxes have also become more complicated. Beginning in 2026, Uruguay introduced new rules that impose a 12% tax on certain foreign investment income after any available tax holiday expires. While retirement income like Social Security remains largely protected, retirees with significant investment portfolios should carefully understand these new tax rules before relocating. The immigration process also requires patience. Residency applications can take anywhere from 6 to 18 months, and nearly every US document must be apostilled before leaving America and translated after arriving in Uruguay. Importing household goods is heavily regulated and often requires customs guarantees during the residency process. It's certainly manageable, but it isn't a simple move. Language can also be a challenge. Outside of tourist areas, almost everything is conducted in Spanish, including banking, government offices, healthcare paperwork, and utilities. Uruguayans are friendly and welcoming, but they're generally more reserved than people in many other Latin American countries. Building a social circle usually takes time, especially if you don't speak Spanish. So, where should you actually live? Montevideo is the obvious choice if you want the best hospitals, restaurants, shopping, and walkable neighbourhoods, although it's also the most expensive. Punta del Este offers beautiful beaches and a luxury coastal lifestyle, but becomes crowded and costly during the summer tourist season. Colonia del Sacramento is perfect for retirees looking for a quieter, historic town with easy ferry access to Buenos Aires. If affordability is your priority, beach towns like Atlántida and Piriápolis offer coastal living at lower prices, while inland cities such as Salto and Paysandú provide the lowest housing costs in the country, although with fewer specialised medical services. So, is Uruguay a good place for Americans to retire? If you're looking for political stability, excellent healthcare, low crime, beautiful beaches, and a relaxed lifestyle, Uruguay deserves serious consideration. But if your goal is stretching every retirement dollar, it's probably not the best fit because living costs are much higher than many other Latin American countries. Uruguay is ideal for retirees who value quality of life, security, and long-term stability more than finding the absolute cheapest place to live. For the right person, it could easily become one of the best retirement destinations in the world.